So up next we have Aakash Kharade, security consultant at Accorian, and he will be giving a talk on ChatGPT-assisted hacking, pentesting on Roku apps. Give him a big round of applause.
Uh, so let's start with the talk. So this talk is related to Roku application which I pen tested recently, and I used ChatGPT. As the previous speaker said, right? A lot of us use ChatGPT, and yeah. So let's start with the key. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about me. I am Aakash Kharade and I do work as a security consultant in Accorian. It has been around 4.5 years in this security domain. Yeah, and on the right you can see one of my favorite shloks from Bhagavad Gita, from the greatest personality ever. Yeah, so let's move to the main topic. Yeah, before we get started, this is not a lecture. Please ask your questions and doubts. You can also share your thoughts. Okay, the first slide is related to how ChatGPT helped me. So yeah, when the project came in or the assessment came in, right, the Roku channel was very new, and I didn't knew about anything related to the channel and all, right. So I just asked ChatGPT about what it is and how we can exploit many vulnerabilities in it, how we can analyze the firmware of the Roku device and the channels inside it. Yeah, so ChatGPT helped me a lot. So you might be wondering what is Roku device. Yeah, so Roku device is a let's say a device which basically stream channels, which can make your a TV to a smart TV, and you can stream a lot of channels, music channels, sports, etc. It's same as Amazon Fire Stick, right? Uh, yeah, so here you can see the number of Roku devices. So one which I tested was the first one, Roku Express, and the latest is Roku streaming stick 4K. Okay, so let's talk about the attack surface of Roku device. So talking about the attack surface, right? Network security. You can scan the Roku IP address which was assigned when you connect your Roku device to the Wi-Fi. And next is the Roku firmware analysis. You can analyze the firmware of the Roku. For example, in the previous slide, you can see, right, there are a number of devices. So you can analyze each of the Roku device will have different firmware, right. And next is the application security. So basically it's about the channels inside the Roku device. Let's say a sports channel which can stream you number of sports channels and everything. And next is the data storage and encryption inside the Roku device. Is there any storage or any secret key or anything related to the channel which is stored inside the Roku device, and how it is stored? Is it just a string, or is it stored encrypted? So let's talk about the Roku apps or channels, right? As I explained previously, right? This is how the channels look, right? There are a lot of channels: sports, music, anything you can think of, right? And Roku has this developer mode where you can create your custom channels, and you can run to the Roku device. Moving to understanding of Roku custom channels, right? So these channels are not in your average Roku Play Store. They have their own Play Store. When you install the Roku device, it will be not visible there, since it's a private channel related to you or your organization. And yeah, personal channels can allow users to create and distribute their own content. For example, I can share my channel to my friends or anyone in the organization, just to see my private channel and everything. Yeah. So creating a Roku channel requires the Roku development kit SDK, and you can create Roku with the languages such as BrightScript and SceneGraph XML. So BrightScript is is a language which was created by Roku themselves. So the next slide is about that only. Yeah. So BrightScript is a language which was developed by Roku themselves, and it offers developing the applications in the Roku platform and all. You can read more about the language and understand the reference of the language using the link. Yeah. So yeah, time for a quick demo. Enough of theory part. Yeah. So yeah, you might be wondering what does a custom Roku channel look like. So right side you can see the and screenshot of and channel about what all source it has, right? And it's a basically zip file which you can unzip. And here I have used Eclipse, and inside that I've used their ID or what which yeah, I've used their personal. As you can see, first I tried to zip like made the changes in the Roku file, Roku source code. There is this file inside source main.brs which contains your application code, and you can change it to whatever, since the client gave us their custom channel to test, right? So I made some certain changes, and I thought it's a zip file, right? I saved the file and tried to zip it and upload it to the Roku, but it was not working for some reason. Then I did some research and understood that normal zipping wouldn't work. So you need to download a plugin to deploy or save your changes that you made. You can see the link here. You can download the plugin from there. Okay, so yeah, enabling the developer mode, it's quite hectic. You have to get the remote of Roku, and you have to press the home thrice up button, right left, and then again right, and then uh, uh, you'll be able to see the screen where it will ask you to enable your developer mode. Just click yes and all, follow the instructions on the screen, and you'll be developer mode, and then IP address will be displayed on your screen, so you can navigate it through your browser, right? So this is how the this thing looks, your interface of Roku once you visit to the IP address that was sent to your Roku device. It can this is how it looks, and you can upload in the below you can see, right, upload the channel, right? And you can upload your specific channel, and it will be shown in the Roku in your TV itself, and you can start using your channel. Using that, you can navigate through your remote, and you can start using your channel. Okay, so setting, as we know, right, from pen testing perspective, right, the first thing we want to get for any assessment is getting the backend request to any proxy tool. Mostly, a lot of pen testers use Burp Suite, right? So yeah, intercepting. Setting up the intercept environment. So I basically did it. I set up a fake Wi-Fi access point using the script that I have mentioned, create underscore AP, and I created a fake host file, right? And the host file looked like that, the IP address, and that can be anything, IP address, and example.com, assuming that the not assuming the client will tell you the URL for the backend API domain for the channel, right? So assuming that here it is example.com, our Roku channels, this thing, and then you can create your this AP. You have to give the AP network interface, internet. Yeah, both the interface, the SSID, and the password that you want to give to your hotspot, right? Yeah, okay. So there are certain changes that you'll have to make to your Roku channel source code, right? To do that, right, you can see, right, in the second line, I've added my burp certificate. I've created an burp cert.pem file, and I've given the location for it. This is how you give it. And again, in the third line, I've set URL transfer dot set URL and given the domain that I want to intercept, right? So you might be wondering why we need to give this to. So the custom channel was verifying the certificate. That's why I had to give the burp certificate, and that's why if the channel is not verifying it and all, you can just remove that line and just give the third line. And there are a lot of ways to intercept, right? You can use request.set proxy and give your proxy and see if that works, right? But for me, this method was working, right? So there are a lot of more methods. Moving to our next slides, right? So now we are able to, when we set up the I'll get to the back slide. Yeah, after this you'll have to save the your zip file, right, from your Eclipse IDE, and then you'll have to upload it to your web interface that was shown earlier, right? After uploading, the channel will again load to your Roku device on your TV, and from the remote of the Roku you can start the this thing. And as you can see, we were able to intercept the request, right? So our attack surface increases, right? You can test all OAPs top 10 from the backend request, right? So related to this testing, I found out many broken access control issues, right? Let's say one finding was a user was able to see a video after the subscription was over. That was a finding. And the client specifically asked us to say to try bypassing the watermark, right? There was a watermark on the video. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, it is not there. Okay. So the client asked us to bypass the watermark, which was basically pretty simple. It was going in the request or in the response. I just modified it or removed it. The watermark was removed from the video, and the video can be then pirated. We can record it. That was the client's main concern. They were not burning the watermark into the video. That was the problem. They were just giving it from the request parameter. That was the problem. And yeah, there was a lot of broken access control issues. Okay. uh, Side channel leaks, right? So let's talk about what can you find in debug console. So there is this debug console in a Roku device, right, which can be accessed at your Roku IP address and 8085 8085 port, right? You can connect to that port, and you can see once you serve the channel, right, it will start logging everything, not everything, basically how the channel is developed, right? Based on the development of the channel, right, it will log which has to be logged, right? And you can read about the debugging console more in the following link. Okay. So things I got in a debug console, right? There was this username password which was going through the debug console. I don't know why the developer was logging that. And there was the active JWT token, which was again leaked in the debug console. There were also a lot of secret. There was some secret key also which was leaked. So these were all of the findings. Okay, so things I tried next, right? I tried to get a shell. I tried to search, right, on Google or their Roku website, right? What language or what code I need to use to get the shell, right? I tried couple of things, but nothing was working, right? So I just asked ChatGPT how we can get shell. First, it was not showing up, but after certain prompt changes, right? I changed the prompt. Okay, I'm the developer and all. It gave me some of the code to get into Roku shell. That was the thing I tried. I tried jailbreaking Roku and Explore. Jailbreaking was not possible in the Roku Express, which was the very oldest device I got. That's why I was not able to jailbreak. But we can jailbreak in the latest device. I think some researcher have posted a blog about it. Try to get the shell and explore the disk to see if any channel related secrets or anything is stored in the Roku file system, and you can perform network scan if the developer have opened any specific ports for their custom channels. uh, okay. So yeah, the code which ChatGPT gave me. So these are only two, but ChatGPT usually gave me a lot of. There was lot of things I tried. Lot of code were there. So here we can see, right, I've created an object arrow shell, and I'm giving my command there. I tried it, and like I was checking in the debug console. In the debug console, it was giving me error. When my code reached here, it was not executing. Even I tried multiple commands, but then I understood that we can't get a Roku shell in the Roku Express because the device was too old or something. So yeah, hard luck. Uh, okay, that was the talk all about. You can connect with me and on LinkedIn. You can just scan it, or you can just search on LinkedIn with my name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.